Every beautiful story starts on a peaceful day. Mama Gold taught her little ones to dance on the water. But even in the happiest place, the world has its unexpected turns. Little Quack was too busy dreaming to notice the shift. Mama Gold knew a storm was coming, and she rushed her family. The lake, their playground, turned into a wild monster. The older siblings struggled, but held on tightly.
A single wave was all it took for Quack to lose his footing.
The frantic mother fought against the current. Every second was a plea.
The storm showed no mercy, swallowing the small figure.
Lost control, lost his way. The little duckling spun into the unknown. The last thing he saw was his mother's heartbroken face.
Quack!
Their cries of desperation filled the stormy air.
The drain swallowed him whole, a terrifying, dark new world.
The only sign left was a fleeting glimpse of green. A mother's heart shattered into 1,000 pieces. Quack found himself alone in the cold, dark silence.
The storm passed, but the loss remained, heavy and profound.
A new day, a new path. Little Quack was safe for now.
He was cold, scared, but the green bow tie.
A long journey through darkness, guided only by hope.
Meanwhile, the search continued. Every turn was met with silence. A single feather, the smallest clue, fueled a mother's relentless search.
Light, a beacon of promise at the end of the dark path. Freedom! A world bigger and louder than he ever imagined.
Overwhelmed by Butte, yet utterly lost.
He walked slowly, one tiny, unsteady step at a time.
Across the park, a gentle soul was busy at play.
And a grumpy, yet cozy guardian was taking his nap.
What was this fluffy, quiet friend? Quack had to investigate. The nap was over. Intruder alert. Water! Dirt! Dirt! Trouble! Billy wanted no part of it. But Sola saw only a fluffy, lost friend in need.
A gentle touch, a moment of connection.
Though scared, Quack felt a flicker of safety.
The little girl had found a precious treasure.
Billy, the cautious, eyed the new addition with deep doubt.
A temporary home, a small sanctuary from the wild. Mom, Lily, noticed the new guest immediately. Who is your new feathered friend? Sola recounted the great discovery, emphasizing Quack's little green bow tie. A temporary stay, but a promise to help him find his way home. The Tyne explorer found new lands beneath the furniture. The suspicious cat kept watch, preferring high ground to the floor.
Trying to fit in, Quack learned that cats and ducks groom very differently.
Sola documented the adventure, one creo stroke at a time. Mom Lily made sure the tiny guest was well fed.
A happy sight for a hungry duckling. So close, yet miles apart. The search continued in the wrong direction.
Every bush, every shadow held a false hope. The siblings gave their mother strength through silent support.
The tired adventurer and her little charge finally rested. But Quack felt the pull of the lake, the call of his true family.
Even the grumpy cat felt a twinge of something, perhaps concern. He wouldn't admit it, but Billy was keeping watch.
The day brought sunshine and games in the bright garden.
Quack wasn't the best at hiding. His enthusiasm always showed.
Billy, the natural hunter, found the small, obvious target instantly.
A perfect trio, despite Billy's best attempts to remain cool.
Mom Lily watched her daughter nurture a brave and loving heart.
You are so good at caring for your friends.
A parent's pride and kindness shown to a little friend. The world was full of distractions, and Quack was easily tempted. Billy, the reluctant protector, followed, silently annoyed by the chaos.
Too deep. The small duckling found himself stuck.
Sola came to the rescue, never afraid of a thorny situation.
Lessons learned the hard way. Rocks are not tasty.
Safe again, and the bow tie was straightened.
A fresh trail. Hope was reignited in the mother's heart. She called out his name, a desperate sound across the field. She called out his name, a desperate sound across the field. The siblings used all their instincts to help the search.
A quick break for refreshment before the journey continued.
Billy observed, forever perplexed by the duckling's affinity for the wet stuff.
Time to find his true home. The mission begins. Quack rode in style with a very grumpy co-pilot. The world rushed by, a blurry, fast-moving spectacle. The journey took them deeper into the park, closer to the water.
Billy knew they were getting closer to the water, and he was not happy.
So near, the paths intersected, yet they remained unseen.
An instinctive call, a small sound carried by the wind. Mama Gold stopped. A familiar sound, a distant hope.
The siblings were impatient, mistaking her hesitation for simple distraction.
A familiar sight, Sola on a very serious mission.
Where are you going, sweetie?
Mom joined the walk, intrigued by the determined little convoy.
Sola spoke with a pure heart, explaining her duty to her tiny, lost friend. And so, the journey gained a new, supportive member.
The search team was assembled, ready for adventure. With good company, Quack's fear was replaced by growing excitement. Billy preferred the high vantage point, keeping a watchful yet skeptical eye. The girls' resolve was the true engine of the mission. Onward they ventured, towards the rushing sound of water and the climax of their tale.
River!
The final frontier and a dangerous path home. The journey's end was in sight, but the challenge loomed large.
Instinct took over. The water was calling him.
Billy's fear was palpable. The dreaded wetness was near.
Sola, stay back from the edge. It's too dangerous.
Safety first. The swift current was a serious threat.
He couldn't wait any longer. Home was too close.
Panic struck. The tiny duckling was too fast.
Quack called out a desperate cry into the wild.
A white feather confirmed his family was near.
Billy stood frozen, torn between terror and duty. A sound so small, yet so familiar. Mama Gold knew that voice. Joy and relief. Her call echoed, "I'm coming, my little one."
The siblings raced, driven by the powerful urge to reunite.
Almost there. The long journey was coming to an end.
Disaster! A sudden snag threatened to ruin everything.
Trapped. The fear returned, colder than the river.
The family watched, helpless, their joy turning to terror.
No time to think. Sola made a brave, spontaneous decision.
Sola, stop!
Mom's heart pounded, knowing the bridge was unsafe.
Fear or loyalty? Loyalty won! The little girl stretched as far as she could, inching toward the danger. Danger struck. The rickety bridge threatened to break. Mom! Lily arrived just in time, anchoring her daughter with strength. A scary fall, but fate landed him exactly where he needed to be.
Dreaded water was right there. Too close for comfort.
A tiny plea. Quack looked to his grumpy friend for salvation.
Fear was powerful, but friendship was stronger. Billy made his choice. Every step was a battle against his own instincts. Claws out! The little white cat became a tiny wrecking crew.
Success! The wood gave way under the feline's might.
Billy heard their voices, confirmation that his bravery mattered. One final push. Freedom was granted.
He was free. The tiny duckling surged towards the comfort of his family.
The victory was short-lived. The dreaded mud found him. The ultimate offense. Billy's grumpy dignity was compromised.
Reunited. The long, terrifying night was over. The family circle was complete, celebrating the rescue. The humans rushed to praise the hero of the hour.
You did so well, Billy.
Good job, Billy. The little girl's affection was the reward.
He hated the mud, but he loved the praise. It was a fair trade.
Time for goodbyes and a deep thank you.
A look that spoke volumes. Thank you for saving me, my friends.
A final, loving goodbye to her little yellow friend.
I know you'll miss him, sweetie, but Quack needs to go home to his family now.
It was a lesson in letting go, the true meaning of friendship. A bittersweet moment, acceptance of a natural goodbye. The little duckling turned towards his future, forever changed.
Too much emotion. Billy preferred to pretend he hadn't cared at all.
Sola knew the truth. They had found friendship in the most unlikely way. The family, whole again, returned to the safety of the wild. A silent thank you from one mother to another. He carried their memory, a little piece of human kindness. Goodbye, little brave one. May your journal be safe. The grumpy cat's highest form of silent acknowledgement.
Hand in hand, they walked away from the river, leaving the adventure behind.
Sola recounted the heroism, especially Bili's brave dive near the water. Tired, dirty, but surprisingly content with his day's work.
A badge of honor. Crew of the Great Waterside Rescue.
The final battle. Operation Clean Cat.
The drama. Billy made sure everyone knew his suffering. But even the trauma was amusing to his best friend.
The family returned to their haven, the world feeling safe once more. A gentle lesson, how to navigate the waves of life with caution.
He was no longer the frightened little duckling. He was a survivor.
The big siblings watched over their newly returned precious cargo. Home again, where bedtime stories are the greatest adventures. The grumpy hero was finally enjoying a well-deserved dry rest. The memories of friendship danced in her mind.
The little green bow tie, a symbol of his journey.
He picked up his bravery, ready for the next chapter.
A beautiful new dawn for a reunited family.
Safe and sound, the best kind of ending.
The little duckling, ready for all the adventures yet to come.
A week later, a new routine. Visiting their friends at the lake.
A special treat for the family they helped.
Billy maintained his distance, but his fear of water was noticeably less. The ducks recognized their heroes immediately.
Friends forever, a bond forged in adventure.
Sharing kindness, building bridges across species. A mother's gratitude, felt without a single word.
The brave cat tested his boundaries, a step closer to acceptance.
The grudging friendship was now a playful reality. The greatest reward, seeing her two best friends connect. Mom Lily said, "Always be brave, Sola. Always be kind."
And as the day ended, so did this chapter of their lives. The family remained stronger than before the storm. Until the next adventure calls, goodbye, friends. The memory of the little duckling would always stay with him. Sweet dreams, little Quack. The adventure was over, but the memories lasted forever.
If you loved Quack's adventure, smash that like button and subscribe for more amazing stories.